Hi, I'm Steve Dudash at IHT Wealth Management. Welcome to this week's Wealthcast. Okay, want to talk about some of the things that are going on in the world, how it affects your portfolio. Got to say this in advance. This isn't political. We're staying out of the politics part of any of this stuff. It's not our place. Our place is just to help you understand what's going on may affect your portfolios and how you may want to be aware of it. Really, that's all we're doing. No political stance on this, I promise. There was a lot of gun violence again this week at schools. A lot of kids passed away because of it. It's not the first time, unfortunately. This has happened many times now. But this time, it seems a little different. And that's what I want to touch on again, not the politics side, but what I want to touch on is we're getting the impression that there may be more change. And here's specifically what I'm talking about. There's banks now talking about not allowing lending or banking usage for companies that provide the weapons that are used in some of these horrific events. That's a big deal. That's never really been talked about before. They're talking about excluding the NRA. That's a big deal. Things along those lines will move the needle a little bit. The other part of this is huge companies like BlackRock, which is one of the largest providers of investments in the world, are at least hinting at and openly discussing, should we be excluding certain stocks from our indexes, gun stocks from our indexes. I'm not going to tell you I think they're going to do that, but I think the fact that they're even having the preliminary conversations about that is a big deal. Let me explain exactly what I mean by that. If you own an index, they have trillions of dollars in these indexes, and part of them are gun stocks, just because they have to include everything. If they were to drop those gun stocks, when you're talking about that massive amount of money that's invested in there, it would crush the stock prices, because it would be forced sells of all of those stocks, which would just destroy those stocks' pricing. So typically when there's an event like what took place, you see the stock price of these guns snap down and they snap back up, and unfortunately it acts like it never happened. This could be different. If you have the banks being more serious about this, if you have the investment world being more serious about this, if you own gun stocks in your portfolio, you need to be aware of this. Again, take the politics aside here. You run real risks that there could be major changes that take place that could have, if they were to take place, or even these conversations even continue, it's going to hurt those stock prices pretty bad. So I know we're talking about a niche. I know a lot of people probably don't have a lot of this in their portfolio. I bet you a lot of them, you have them and you don't realize you have them. I bet you a lot of you have them that you don't realize you have them. And it's something to be aware of. So keep your eyes out for that, because I think this time's a little bit different, but we'll see. I hope this helps, and call us, email, Twitter, at IHT Wealth. Have a nice weekend, and if you have any questions, reach out anytime. Take care. Bye.